Hi, my name is Norm Hall, and I'm president of your organization, the Agricultural Producers Association of Saskatchewan, or APAS. I want to talk to you a little bit about what's been happening in the APAS world. On July 23rd and 24th, we were in Saskatoon for the APAS midterm meeting. On July 23rd, we started off with tours. Tours of the synchrotron, tours of the POS plant, the food center, and the vet college. And after those tours were open to reps, board members, committee members, and anybody else that was interested. In between the tours, we had committee meetings for all four committees: livestock, grains and oilseeds, economic trade and strategic growth, and environment and food safety committees. For each of those meetings, we brought in a guest speaker to talk about different issues of the day, and which turned out to be also a great success. These committee meetings were open to more than just the committee meetings. They were open to reps and any other invited guests. Yeah. Unfortunately, I personally was unable to attend committee meetings or the tours, as I was at other meetings in the country. And one of those meetings was with the Quill Basin flood victims group. And what that group was doing, they had invited 5 RMs around the Quill Lakes to talk about land that has been flooded. Quill Lakes is a endpoint basin for water, and this year alone the lakes have come up 30 inches. Over the last 10 years, those lakes have come up 21 feet 4 inches vertically, which is out in that world is a pile of water. And in just the RM of Lakeside alone, there have been over 230 quarters covered by water, and there are 4 other RMs around those lakes that have lost similar numbers of quarters. And being an endpoint basin of water, every drop of water more that we get on the ground is increasing the level of lake water. Those RMs are losing infrastructure, roads, bridges, culverts, and in 2 cases, one, the 640 grid between Wynyard and Quill Lake, and another case isn't too far off, Highway 6 between the south junction of Highway 16 and the north junction of Highway 16, approximately a 3-mile area. The reason we were there was to support producers in that area and listen to what's been going on and to understand their plight, because this is not the only endpoint basin that is being affected. Lake Waldsee around Humboldt area and many others around the province are in the same boat, and that is a possibility for APAS to be able to help those producers in the future. Getting back to our midterm meeting, Thursday morning was the first morning of the actual midterm meeting, and to start off the meeting, we had excellent attendance. The room was full, not only of APAS reps, but guests, visitors, and media. We had fantastic media coverage. There were quite a number of interviews with myself, but also our guest speakers did interviews with media as well, which brought attention to what they're already doing. To give a kickstart to the day, Jonathan Gruel from the policy branch of Saskatchewan Agriculture talked about Growing Forward 2 and some of the ins and outs and programs that are involved with Growing Forward 2. But he also gave Saskatchewan's perspective on the flood event at the end of June and through July, and how they're dealing with it, the references to crop insurance and PDAP, Provincial Disaster Assistance Program, and other assistance programs that are available for producers. One of our first speakers was Anthony Parker from CFIA, talking about Bill C-18 and more directly UPOB 91. He brought an understanding to our membership and to our reps of what is actually happening, or what will actually happen under UPOB 91. It is way too detailed to try and explain to you at this point, but you can see an excerpt of Anthony's and everybody else's presentations on the link to our YouTube site. So check out our website, apas.ca, to get to that link. We also had a speaker from Dodge City here in Saskatoon to come in and talk about the APAS fleet program and the number of dollars that can be saved from participating in the fleet program, buying your vehicles through Chrysler and going through the fleet program. And all you need is your tax notice and a GST number. It's very simple to save a lot of dollars. After lunch, we had a session on grain transportation. We brought in Mark Hemis from Quorum Corporation to talk about the numbers and how bad things were in March, how they've improved to this point, but the real expectations going forward from here. Also, we had Greg Northey from Pulse Canada coming in to talk about an initiative that Pulse Canada is working on not only grain logistics, but just transportation logistics as a whole. Canadian Canola Growers President Brett Halstead from Nokomis area also came in to talk about what they've been doing, which is a level of service complaint through CTA against the railroads. They are not a direct shipper of canola, so they could not claim financial loss, but just bringing more attention to the issue of poor service by the railroads. And the key to every general meeting that APAS has is resolutions, because that is where we get our direction from. That is where we get who we are, is the resolutions. And we had a number of resolutions that we dealt with coming from the committee meetings the day before and from committee work over the last number of months. And those resolutions will be looked at by the board and sent to the government departments that they need to go to. Throughout the day there were conversations happening, whether it was during breaks, during the district meetings, or in between speakers. Conversations were happening about situations in the province, whether it was the condition of the crops, the flooding that has happened, or the rain that wasn't needed or was needed or is needed. Those conversations are happening, and it's great to see that kind of conversation happening within the APAS family. And in those conversations was not only the APAS reps, but they were engaging with our associate members. They were engaging with our guests and with our guest speakers. And we appreciate all the contributions that were made by the guest speakers, by the guests that were there. We appreciate the tweets that were sent out, and we're looking forward to continuing that at our AGM in December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in Moose Jaw, and we hope to see you there.